As a brain health expert with over 30 years of experience, I've seen thousands of cases. But what I've discovered recently still gives me chills. Imagine spending your life caring for your family, building your dreams, and suddenly, without warning, your brain turns against you. One moment, you're sipping tea, and the next, your words slur, your arm won't move, and your world turns upside down. I'm talking about stroke silent, sudden, and devastating. But today, I want to give you hope. Because what if I told you there's a simple, science-backed trick that takes just 40 seconds and could instantly cut your stroke risk? It may sound too good to be true, but stay with me. This isn't some internet gimmick. It's grounded in real neuroscience, tested in hospitals, and now shared with seniors worldwide. I've met too many patients, good, kind people who said, "Edgar, if only I had known." One of them, a retired librarian named Alice, was 74 when I first saw her. She was sharp as a tack, loved puzzles, and read Shakespeare for fun. But one day, she collapsed on her front porch. By the time the ambulance arrived, precious brain cells were already dying. She had a massive ischemic stroke, the kind caused by a blood clot in the brain. It robbed her of speech and left her paralyzed on one side. And yet, what still haunts me is that it could have been prevented. She had signs: mild high blood pressure, some stiffness in her neck, and a stressful lifestyle. Nothing dramatic. But she didn't know how to respond because no one told her about this one small habit that might have changed everything. Now, I'm not saying this trick is a cure-all, but the research is piling up. In fact, neurologists from Japan and Sweden teamed up for a groundbreaking study that tracked over 8,500 seniors. What they found stunned the medical community. Seniors who performed this one activity just 40 seconds per day had a 32% lower risk of stroke. That's right, not from a new pill, not from some high-tech machine, but from an ancient, deeply human practice we've all forgotten: the carotid neck massage. Don't be alarmed, it's not dangerous when done right. In fact, it's safe, calming, and incredibly effective. When you gently massage the sides of your neck, just under the jaw where your carotid arteries run, you stimulate something powerful: the vagus nerve. This long, wandering nerve connects your brain to your heart, lungs, and gut. And when activated, it does something extraordinary. It slows the heart rate, reduces blood pressure, lowers inflammation, and most importantly, improves blood flow to the brain. You see, stroke isn't just about clots. It's about blood flowing, how your body responds to stress, pressure, and inflammation. By activating the vagus nerve for just 40 seconds a day, you're telling your body, let go, relax, heal. And the effects are cumulative. Day by day, your arteries become more flexible. Your brain gets more oxygen. Your blood pressure drops. Your risk of stroke dramatically reduced. And this isn't just my opinion, it's backed by Harvard studies, Oxford trials, and over a dozen peer-reviewed articles. One study even showed that daily vagus stimulation helped stroke survivors regain motor function faster than standard therapy alone. That's how powerful it is. And the best part? You don't need any special equipment. Just your hands. Here's how you do it. Sit in a relaxed chair. Place your fingertips lightly on either side of your neck, just beneath your jawbone where your pulse is strongest. Gently, slowly, make circular motions. Don't press hard. This isn't deep tissue massages, more like a gentle hello to your nervous system. Breathe in slowly through your nose and out through your mouth. Do this for 20 seconds on each side. That's it. 40 seconds total. You can do it in the morning while your coffee brews or before bed to help you sleep better. It's free, it's simple, and it works. Of course, if you have carotid artery disease or any doubts, always check with your doctor first. Safety is key. But for most seniors, this is one of the easiest, most powerful tools you can use to protect your brain, and it's not the only one. I'll tell you a secret. Stroke isn't random. There are warning signs, silent triggers that most people miss. Things like poor neck posture, shallow breathing, chronic dehydration, and even loneliness. Yes, loneliness. Recent studies from UCSF showed that seniors who reported feeling socially isolated had double the risk of stroke. Why? Because emotional stress tightens blood vessels, raises cortisol, and sends your body into fight-or-flight mode. Over time, this damages your arteries and increases clot risk. That's why simple daily habits like this 40-second trick, paired with walking, smiling, and calling a friend can quite literally save your life. Let me tell you about another patient, George, age 79, a retired mechanic with a dry sense of humor. He had borderline high blood pressure, smoked in his younger years, and hadn't seen a doctor in 10 years. One day, his daughter found him sitting in his recliner, confused and struggling to speak. A stroke was stealing his language. We rushed him in, and thankfully, caught it early. While he recovered, I taught him the 40-second vagus massage. Every morning after brushing his teeth, he'd sit on the porch, breathe deeply, and do his neck massage. 6 months later, his daughter sent me a video. George was walking unaided, cracking jokes, and even volunteering at the local repair shop. She said, "He's more alive now than before the stroke." That's the power of this trick. It doesn't just save your brain, restores your joy. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, "Edgar, I'm too old for this to help," let me stop you right there. Age is not the enemy, inaction is. Your brain is always ready to heal, always hungry for oxygen and love. And every little action you take sends it a message. I'm still here. I still care. Whether you're 60, 70, or 90, your brain responds to attention. And it never takes more than a minute to begin. That's why I'm urging every senior out there. Start today. Take 40 seconds. Breathe, massage, reconnect. It's not just about avoiding stroke, it's about claiming your vitality, your clarity, your peace of mind. And if you want to take it further, there are bonus brain boosters that go hand in hand with this technique. Hydrate first thing in the morning. Dehydration thickens your blood and slows circulation. Add omega-3 foods like walnuts, flax, and wild-caught salmon to your diet. These reduce plaque in arteries. Practice slow diaphragmatic breathing for 3 minutes a day, increases oxygen delivery to your brain. And never underestimate movement. Even light stretching boosts blood flow and keeps your neck arteries open and flexible. The truth is, we've spent too long believing that stroke is inevitable with age. But I've treated enough seniors to know that's a lie. The body wants to heal. The brain wants to thrive. And with the right habits starting. With this 40-second trick, you can dramatically reduce your risk. And maybe even reverse early signs of brain aging. So please, from one human to another, try it. Share it with your spouse, your friends, your walking group. This could be the simplest thing you ever do to protect your most valuable organ. Your brain is your memories, your stories, your identity. It deserves your care. This is Edgar, and I've seen miracles happen when people start believing in their body's power to heal. Your journey doesn't end at 60 or 70 or 80, it begins. Start today. You've got 40 seconds.